Hi everyone, it's Wenche, and I wanted to wish all of you a happy Valentine's Day, and also I wanted to gift you my favorite story of all times. It's called The Most Beautiful Heart in the World, and I found it in Norwegian, and I have translated as best as I could into English, and the author of this story is unknown, but I like it so much. I will have to say it's quite emotional, so you are hereby warned. I hope you would like to listen to this story. I don't think you will regret, because it's such a beautiful story. So please join me and listen, and let me know what you think about it in the end. So here we go. The most beautiful heart in the world. One day a young man was standing in the middle of the town, proclaiming that he had the most beautiful heart in the whole valley. A large crowd gathered around him, and they all admired his perfect heart. There was not a single mark or a flaw in it. Yes, they all agreed, it truly was the most beautiful heart they had ever seen. The young man was very proud and kept bragging more loudly about his beautiful heart. Suddenly, an old man appeared at the front of the crowd, and he said, "Your heart is not nearly as beautiful as mine." Instantly, the crowd turned to the old man, fascinated that there could be a heart more beautiful than this one. The young man, also intrigued, said to the old man, "Well, let's see this wonderful heart that you must have." The old man opened his shirt and showed the entire crowd his old heart. It had a strong heartbeat, but it was full of scars. Some places pieces had been removed and other pieces put in, but they didn't quite fit in right, and there were several jagged edges. In fact, some places there were deep gaps where whole pieces were missing. The people stared and thought, how can he say his heart is more beautiful? The young man looked at the old man's heart and laughed. "You must be joking," he said. "Compare your heart with mine. Mine is perfect, and yours is a mess of scars and gaps." "Yes," said the old man, "yours do look perfect, but I would never trade with you. You see, every scar represents a person to whom I have given my love. I tear out a piece of my heart and give it to them. Sometimes they give me a piece of their own heart back, which fits into the empty places in my heart. But because the pieces aren't exact, I have some rough edges, which I cherish, because they remind me of the love we shared. Sometimes I have given pieces of my heart away, and no piece was returned. These are the empty gaps. Giving love is taking a chance. Some places are scarred from where the piece didn't fit quite right, and there are a few places where somebody gave me a piece of theirs with none in return. All of this has left my heart what it is today. A lot of times it hurts, like when the pieces are missing, but I would not trade this heart for anything in the world. It means that I have loved and have been loved." And although these gaps are painful, they stay open, reminding me of the love I have for these people too. And I hope someday they may return and fill the space I have waiting. So now do you see what true beauty is? The young man stood silently, with tears running down his cheeks. He walked up to the old man, reached into his perfect heart, young and beautiful heart, and ripped a piece out. He offered it to the old man with trembling hands. "Old man," he said, "I fear I do not deserve it, but I would be honored if you were to take this." The old man took his offering and placed it into his own before taking a piece from his old scarred heart and gave it back. It fit, but not perfectly, as there were some jagged edges. The young man looked at his heart, not perfect anymore, but more beautiful than ever, since love from the old man's heart flowed into his. They both embraced and walked away side by side, glad that they had each found a new friend. So, that's the story. I love this story and I really hope you liked it too. And with this, again, I want to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day, and I hope you are all well and happy, and thank you so much for joining me and listening to my story. Bye bye.